Right guys, welcome back to the weekly yarns. I thought I would just put a quick little video together so you guys could see what's been going on over the Christmas break. We're getting quite a bit done, including this place, but because if you can remember, just before Christmas we bought the tractor up and put it in here, didn't we? And we got it in there, but it isn't in there anymore. So what we did was we spent a full day, came up, tidied up in this garage. There's another garage next door because there's two garages here that we've got, right? There's not just the one, there's two. It's not a double, it's two separates. So we spent a day tidying up between here and next door, and we brought in a stacking unit with some stuff from next door, brought in my parts washer, my compressor, my lathe tools. The wheels have come back up from home. I had them at home painting them. I've got a little bit of video following this just to let you guys see them down in my home garage. I've got my new tyres for the front. They're going to go on those wheels in a couple of days. My new tubes. And as I say, we've just spent a bit of time. Those oil for the gearbox when I can get me little brass fitting, you know, the suction adapter that goes underneath. That's all that's stopping us putting oil in the gearbox now. I need that brass adapter, get that in, get some oil in. I want to fire the engine up and I want to flush the hydraulic pipe work through before I put that valve chest back in. I know that valve chest's clean, and I know my pipes were cleaned, but I want to make sure there is absolutely nothing sitting in the pipes from when it's been standing over, like in the baskets and whatever else. So I want to flush it out without the valve chest in, then I want to fit the valve chest, then I want to get it up and running. Right, let's nip next door and I'll show you next door what we've been doing. As you can see, tractor's gone. My wheels have been painted. I've got some video coming up in a couple of minutes about painting the wheels. But the tractor's gone because what we did was we spent a day reshuffling up here, and the tractor ended up in this garage. Let's put a light on here. There we go. The tractor ended up in this garage because it just made more sense to bring it up here. A bit of flare right there. Made more sense to bring it up here, put it in this garage. It was next door originally. But we decided to bring it into this garage due to the fact that that garage had a window in it. So as you can see, this garage got a window in, so the sunlight gets in here and warms this place up a bit. So it's a bit warmer and drier. We've also brought up, that's our quadrant complete. Again, a couple of pictures and some video coming on. We've painted the quadrant, rebuilt it. That's in that bag. This one is the valve chest and the selector that's going on to the tractor, and in the box is the spare selector. There's a video coming up about this as well. There's the spare one rebuilt. So there's a couple of parts in those baskets for that spare selector. There's the control rod, the push rod, and something else. I can't remember what it is at the minute, but I'll find it. I'm going to have a hunt through there, and everything related to that valve, to that selector, is going in that box, so we know everything's together in one bit. Right guys, have a look at the video. As I say, we've got a few bits and pieces of painting the wheels on, painting the tin bits for the quadrant. We'll get my wheels, well, getting the front wheels painted, orchid white. Painted them, and I painted the handle for the quadrant. There we go. And under here we've got the quadrant and the brace for the back of the handle. Now we painted the wheels on my Lazy Susan with a little cardboard box on it. Painted them upside down first. So we painted the back side and then flipped it over, rested it on here, painted the front side, then hung them up to dry down there. And it is a bit cold today, so we've got a heater on in here, just warming the air up in here a bit. It's good enough in here to be in with a t-shirt on, so that little heater is perfect. I bought one of them because Gemma had one. It's a 2 kilowatt Stanley. It's a 2 kilowatt Stanley heater. Now, when Gemma was on the farm, one of the farm cottages got a burst pipe. Can you remember Beast from the East? Got a burst pipe and it saturated the whole house. It was literally this deep of water downstairs. So we got all sorted out. We put one in, the electric was off because it blew the fuses, was in the sockets and in the lights and everything, so the electric was off and we couldn't put it back on. So we ran one of those from an extension from the next door cottage, and believe it or not, after a day that had warmed the entire 2-bed cottage, which was upstairs and downstairs. It had warmed the 2-bed cottage up, and luckily after a week weather changed, we got a bit good weather, we could get the windows open, get the place dried out, couldn't we? Right, let's have another look at these wheels. So there we go. That's their, I think, 3rd coat of orchid white. Got a couple of runs in there, look, haven't they? They're flattening though, they are flattening out. Things are looking better. It looks more of a cream, doesn't it, than an orchid white. But there again, you know what I mean? It says orchid white on the tin. We're going to believe it's orchid white. That's got to have a final coat yet. There's a tiny bit of paint left in the gun. There's our gun. Tiny bit of paint left in the gun. So we'll be able to get the tyres onto them, tubes in, inflate them, get them on the tractor. Make the front end of the tractor look pretty, wouldn't it? Okay guys. Right guys, thanks very much for visiting. I hope it's given you a little bit of an insight to what we've been doing over the Christmas time. We have been getting some jobs done, getting caught up on things. There's a video coming out a couple of days about rebuilding the spare hydraulic selector bracket. Got that done. That's coming out in a couple of days. Right, as I say, thanks very much for visiting guys. As always, your time's greatly appreciated. We'll see you in the next tractor restoration video very soon. But remember, don't overthink it. It's only nuts and bolts. See you in the next one. Ta-ra now.